Hello, friends, and welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm reading to you from Paul's letter to the church in Colossians, the first chapter, starting in verse 9 and reading through verse 12. Hear now these words. For this reason, since the day we heard it, we have not ceased praying for you and asking that you may be filled with the knowledge of God's will in all spiritual wisdom and understanding, so that you may lead lives worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing to Him as you bear fruit in every good work and as you grow in the knowledge of God. May you be made strong with all the strength that comes from His glorious power. And may you be prepared to endure everything with patience, while joyfully giving thanks to the Father who has enabled you to share in the inheritance of the saints of the light. This is a good example of Paul's exuberance bubbling over into a letter. Here Paul is describing his prayer for the churches of Colossae. Now, Colossae was a region of the Roman Empire in part of what today we would describe as Turkey. But at the time, the people there were more Greek than they were Turk. That happened much later. But Paul is praying a prayer that's not just for the people of Colossae, but for all people, stretching down through the centuries to you and to me, and his exuberance and enthusiasm and his fervor continue to speak to us. What an amazing prayer this is, that we would so know God, know Him, know of Him, and live for Him, that we would experience His glorious power. And with that power comes the ability for us to practice patience. And as we've talked about patience this week as a fruit of the Holy Spirit, this passage helps us to understand why it's a God thing and not a human one. For the only way for us to truly have the patience to live through everything that we have to endure, we've got to do it on God's terms, with God's knowledge and with God's power. So Paul's prayer to Colossae is my prayer for you and for me. May we have God's patience today and every day. And I'll see you tomorrow for another daily devotion.